Sigma presents Business to Government, an interview from the European Parliament with MEP Peter Agius. Here he explains why he broke the EU's silence on gaming regulation.
The Commission's job is to make sure that the treaties are working, and the European treaties give us a right for free movement, including free movement of services. Now, what we're seeing with gaming is that it's anything but free movement.
With the sector fragmented and litigation mounting, he says the Commission has walked off the pitch.
We're seeing countries adopting court judgments, regimes, laws, which are all the time restricting free movement. And there is no one overseeing this. So my message to the Commission is you cannot wash your hands completely from the sector. I know that there is a treaty provision that says that member states can limit free movement on the basis of national order or moral grounds. And gaming is one of these sectors where member states can indeed frame free movement into national needs. But there's a limit to everything. And by the Commission's abstaining totally from this sector, basically closing down all infringement proceedings in 2017 and refusing to go into the sector, now we reached a breaking point. And this is why I acted after being contacted several times by different industry representatives. I want to be your voice to see that there is free movement, that the Commission brings a measure of proportionality, a measure of rule of law into the sector as well.
This isn't just about gaming, it's about defining the EU's internal market. Agius is calling Brussels back to the table, making it clear that silence is no longer an option.
Yes, my first move was to provoke the Commission into having a more detailed look at what's happening in the sector. So it is up to the Commission then to decide the exact way how to tackle this. But I want to put the responsibility, the political responsibility, on the European Commission. Now, when it comes then to what can be done, I think there are a whole series of European Court of Justice rulings, which basically say that member states can limit free movement, but it has to be in a context of proportionality, right? In a context of non-discrimination. So you cannot just pick and choose the operators that you like, but you need to have a transparent and open system which can have a number of national criteria, but it has to be proportionate. Now, with the court judgments in Austria, for instance, and Germany, basically saying that people who have made losses in online gaming can recuperate those losses and can get lawyers who are basically marketing their services to group different losing bids. Now, this has gone way too far. So I'm asking the Commission, first of all, to regulate these third-party litigation funding that's happening right now in Austria and Germany. And secondly, to look into specific cases where there is alleged breach of free movement. It's a very simple exercise which the Commission is capable of doing. It has been doing it before 2017, and it should be considering it right now as well. Of course, there are several political considerations, and I think the thinking behind the Commission in 2017, when the Commission stopped all infringement cases, was that all member states wanted their own national competence. So in a way, back then there was a kind of understanding that it was too complex, that all member states wanted their own competence to regulate their own licenses. And maybe for a few years, it was okay because you had licensing regimes. Betting companies had to apply for different licenses and they were managing that. But now it has reached a point of ridicule. You know, we have monopoly regimes which are very doubtful whether they actually conform to EU law, whether they are proportionate, whether they are observing free movement. We have these Austrian and German cases that I told you about. So with the fact that the Commission has abstained now, it's basically the cat hiding away permanently and the mice all coming up to make a feast of our meals. had a very interesting response, especially from MEPs. So I had members of the European Parliament, not only from Malta, from different member states, telling me, Peter, that was an interesting move, and you are right. We cannot let this go by without, asking the Commission to take political responsibility. Now, this gives me a lot of courage. The fact that you have different member states with their own national interests. So, because MEPs at the end of the day actually represent also national constituencies. So, if you have the fact that I had MEPs calling me, finding me in the corridors in Strasbourg and in Brussels, and telling me I'm ready to join your initiative, I'm ready to support your initiative, to see that the Commission bears its responsibility for online gaming, it's a very encouraging signal. But please be aware, this is a first step. I'm not coming to you and telling you we will solve the whole mess, because the mess and the rot is very deep. There is a lot to be done. So this is a first step. What I can tell you is that I will keep an eye on developments. I will make sure that the Commission gives me a good reply, a detailed reply to my letter, and then we'll take it from there. And I'll be reaching out, maybe also to have meetings with stakeholders in Malta and at European level, to see that the industry is also having its voice around the table as well. It's not something that I planned on doing, because before the elections and in the years before that, I've been following the industry for a long time. I was in charge of online gaming also when I was a European official in the Council. So I always kept an eye on the industry. And the message from the industry was for a good number of years, listen, we are getting by. We know that it's complicated, it's difficult to do business in Europe, but we are getting by somehow. We are complying. We are making an effort to comply. And so it is only recently that the voice from the industry has changed into an urgent call for responsibility by the European Commission. And this is why I took this responsibility, because I'm interested in all that brings prosperity to the Maltese Islands, in our jobs, in our industry, in our economic growth. And this is why I will keep following the sector. And there's a lot to be done by seeing that the internal market works, not only with the direct action for infringements if they need to be done, and that is finally the responsibility of the European Commission, but into seeing also the puzzle of all European legislation that is related directly or indirectly to online gaming, to see that these are also enabling the industry to grow and prosper. So I'll be keeping an eye on the sector, and my final appeal is for all of you watching this, if you want to get in touch, please do get in touch, because I'm always eager to learn better what the issues are and what your proposed solutions could be to bring more free movement to this important sector for the Maltese economy.